All right, I think we're kind of going all over the map here, but we're going to jump into the official open forum at this time. So we'll move into open forum. If you have any other questions or comments, please stand and state your name. And you can come to a mic, which is over here on the right-hand side of the room or my left. So if anybody has anything at this time, open forum for anybody.
Peter, I know Tom Ryan is here. On behalf of the Minnesota Golf Association, I want to thank everybody for your support of us throughout the year. I'm obviously in a very unique situation as a PGA member, but also staff member for the MGA. I have the opportunity to sit on both sides and see both sides. So I truly thank all of you for the relationship I've had with you through the years, and I hope that continues. But I want you to, I really want to make sure I stress that the MGA is all about making sure you guys are successful. We want everybody to do well, and whatever we can do, we are committed to supporting you at your facilities to make sure that you do well. In that regard, next year, the USGA PGA Rules Workshops, we are going to have a 2-day introductory workshop, not the big 3.5-day workshop, but a 2-day introductory workshop, Friday, Saturday, March 15 and 16. I actually, interestingly enough, will be serving as the USGA educator instructor during the workshop, and Scott Kane, many of you may know, was the assistant tournament director for the PGA of America underneath Kerry Haig a number of years ago before leaving. He will be serving as the PGA instructor. So once again, it's March 15, 16, so barring any early start to the season like we had this year, hopefully many of you will be back in your positions but have the opportunity to attend. It's a great way to get not only hours and the points that you need, but also being a 2-day workshop, I think it's a great way to get caught up on the rules if you haven't attended a workshop recently, and I hope to see all of you there. The workshop sign up, I think, starts is already started, in fact, online, and you go through the usga.org workshop to sign up. So if you have any questions, feel free to chat with me. If you have any rules questions, feel free to call me. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing everybody and wish everybody a good winter.
Okay, thank you, Doug. Sam?
I'm here to talk to you all about the veterans and the golf lessons we are giving them. We started with 2 years ago at the VA in Minneapolis. This year, this coming year, we'll not only have men, we'll have women, and we'll have blind people. These are the guys that served for us, coming back with head wounds, and flashbacks and everything else, all the way back to Vietnam. He opened up St. Cloud this year, first in the nation, women only. Next year, there will be 2 groups of women, 1 group of men. We're asking PGA members to help us give these lessons. We're also asking, we need names of people who are in different parts of the country, because the Undersecretary of Military Affairs, doctors, wants it in all 154 hospitals. So we got a big thing ahead of us, and I haven't got much time. I got 15, 20 years. But it's really close to my heart because my son served 18 months. He is now having flashbacks, waking up in the middle of the night, talking their language, not in English. So I understand what it is. It's very dear. So I'm asking you to please give us names from different sections of the country, who needs it, whatever, so we can get into these hospitals with PGA members helping. Now you do get credits for doing this. I think, how many credits did you get, Nora?
1 per session.
1 per session. So we're giving anywhere from 5 to 10 sessions. So please, give us help. You can either call me, or you can email me. You can do the same for Nora. She's doing the St. Cloud. The women love her up there. Okay, thank you.
Turn this off.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Sverkerson, and I am here today to introduce myself in a new role. I've been a PGA member for several years and a proud member of the section. I'm just finishing up my 6th season at the Minnetonka Club. I want to thank Doug and the staff that I work with there for working with me and allowing me to work there. But I've accepted a role, and it's a part-time position with the Minnesota Golfer magazine, and I'm very proud of that. It's, as you all know, it's a publication that comes out 4 times a year. The directory issue, which will be coming out in February, is a very big one, and I plan on calling on a lot of you, if not all of you, and asking you for your support. It's a great way to get in front of 66+ thousand golfers that are avid and fairly affluent. And so it's a great tool. It's a high quality publication. I'm going to work with the Minnesota Golf Association, which is, basically my client for this magazine. So I just wanted to say hello to everyone, introduce myself. I've already, JD's already signed a contract for a full page ad on behalf of the Minnesota Golf section. So I'm kidding about that. But thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all in the near future.
Thank you. Anyone else? Open forum. Any topics? Anything? Open forum. Open mic. Okay. Well, that concludes the open forum section of the meeting. We're now going to move into something we're going to. Oh, go ahead, George.
Is fall golf in open forum or a separate issue?
Well, it can be. I don't know, John. Is that old business or?
No, it's up there. Old business, but it still can be brought up.
Go ahead, George.
May I speak to that?
Sure.
I don't have a microphone over here. But I can make it work.
I'll get it.
I'd like to use that one. Can I
Got
use
it,
that
got
one?
it. Here. He's got it. Darren's got it.
Thank you. My name is George Reynolds. PGA member starting in 1957. Many in the room here weren't born then. 1958, I happened to be a PGA member, a golf coach. We had fall golf. Nobody in here even knows that. Jim McElhaney, was he Fargo, Crookston, someplace? He was our fall champion. So it has happened. The survey gives lots of information. As an old coach, I think we have to find a way, I'm not saying exactly how, find a way to use 7 or 8 weeks in the fall of the year for the high school kids. Now the MGA programs and the state amateur, the junior, state junior stuff takes care of many of our best players, but there's hundreds of others. I did the state coaching clinic for all the state high school coaches for 35 years. And 3 years ago, we tried a series, 2 tournaments, a fall classic for high school kids under the Sunshine Golf Clinics. We had 120 boys and girls registered. One event was at the Ridges at Sand Creek. The other event was at Breezy Point, a north event, a southern event. Just 2 days. during the teacher's break. The average temperature at that time, if you look on the internet, is about 58 degrees. That's the high. Your day depends on the wind. 3 years ago, we got snowed out. The only time we really tried this. But we had 120 kids, so we show there's some interest. If I could recommend in this survey, I would recommend to you to say yes, our golf course could be available for something for high school kids. I would recommend individual stuff. Girls volleyball will not relent. Small town football will not relent. We've been through this for 50 years. It isn't going to happen. I just tell you that. It isn't going to happen. But individual things can happen. The teacher's break just ended last week. I think it was October 18, 19. We have Saturday the 20th. A state event could be held. Something could be done. I think our PGA officers should again meet with Dave Stead, and John knows the story. It's a tough one, isn't it, John? Yeah, he says yes. It is. It's a tough one. We haven't been able to solve it, even though we had one season in 1958. But I think we should meet, talk with them, and bring up the issue of some kind of individual golf. There's boys and girls in these schools, big schools, little schools, all through the state. That's their thing. They're not playing volleyball, they're not playing football, they're not swimming, tennis. They are golfers, and they want something. Because when we did try it, we got 120 kids. So that's my message on this survey. I would like our PGA and our officers to at least initiate a meeting with Dave and discuss again. Maybe it's a closed door. John knows a lot about it. I've been involved with it for 55 years. It happened once, but maybe something can progress for the kids. And I commend our junior tour department. They have picked up and have done some fall things. They have 2 or 3, don't they, John? 6. Carla and Bob are here. 6 events going now. That's helpful. But we've got 6, 7 weeks. Awfully nice stuff. Good weather that can help our kids. And growth and continue our game. Thank you.
George, thank you. Todd?
Yeah, George, thank you. I think you're right. Something in the fall definitely is what we need. And going to Dave Stead and speaking with him is what needs to happen. You know, we talked about this, and there was a survey that was sent out by email back maybe in August about this. We didn't get a lot of response. And in order for us to go to Dave Stead in the high school league, we need to have some more response, whatever it is. And if it comes back, as a public operator, this obviously is affecting our facility. And I know, in speaking to at least one other private guy, he says, yeah, we could do all sorts of teams if we could do it in the fall. So if you could fill out the survey so we have some information to go back to them and say, well, we had 20 people that say we should do it. Well, no, how about 120 that would like to get it? We need to get their attention somehow in order for this to happen. And talking to other public operators, obviously, especially in the spring, everyone's hot to play, and when the course is taken up, I've taken those calls and complaints. Why can't I get in the course? I paid a membership fee, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot easier to do in the fall. So if you can fill those out, and I'll collect them, and if you have any other thoughts, please put them on there. And if everyone supports it, great. If they don't, they don't. But we gotta at least take a look at it and see what we can come up with. So thanks.
Yeah. I just want to say, I brought this up at an open forum during the break, I ran into one of the prominent high school golf coaches that's also a PGA member, not George, but, and I won't say his name, but this was the response I had. I said, what's your thought? And he said, if we think strictly of the kids, we know about the coaches and the football, and if we think strictly of the kids only, high school golf is a fall sport in Minnesota. And this was one of the big schools. And so he said, and that really struck with me, if we just think of the kids first, not the coaches, and you know, remember, we have the product that they need, right? So that's just, I'm just gonna relay that message that I heard during a break at a meeting in April. Thanks.
Jim?
Jim Mathis. I played, it was 1959, I played in that state tournament, and Jim McElhaney was the winner. I played in 2 state tournaments that year.
I played in 2 state tournaments that year, one in the spring, one in the fall. The one in the fall was indeed won by Jim McElhaney, but it was postponed a week because of the snowstorm. But I understand now that winters do come later to Minnesota, and the best idea I heard that George just expressed is at least have some sort of individual competitions for the kids in the fall. That would certainly make it, I think, better for all concerned. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. The forms, when you do fill them out, we're gonna, shortly here, we're gonna break into some breakout groups so you can put your forms together and we'll gather them up as the board members, those forms. Anyone else, open forum, any other topics? Okay.